Hey everyone, Christina Del Rey with your forecast for February 15th, 2021. So we have a big week in astrology, and I know I say that every week, but really every week has been big. But this week we have the start of the exact square between Saturn and Uranus, and really this is what 2021 is all about. This is probably the most major transit for this year. Now, last year, if you remember, we had Pluto-Saturn, and that was to kind of tear everything down and apart, all the structures in our lives. So now we have Saturn and Uranus, and not quite as challenging as last year, but still challenging. So this is a year of revolution. It's a year of change, not just on a collective level, but on a personal level as well. And you have been thinking about what your personal revolution is because the universe keeps giving you clues. If you're not 100% sure where you're going, the universe is asking you to experience life in a new direction, at least in one area. But change is inevitable, and at least in one area of your life. And if you don't like change, the universe is kind of saying, too bad. You're going to have to embrace it at some point. So it is better not to go against the grain. It is better to accept and kind of, manifest something good. So Saturn is asking you to be responsible in one area of life, and Uranus is shaking the foundations of another part of your life. So you kind of have, one foot in an old life and one foot in a new life. And you have to decide what to keep and what needs to go and how you're going to do that. And of course, as humans, we don't like to change. We don't welcome in, change. It's scary to us. And what we have to realize is that this is happening so that you can be shaken free from something and be more authentically you. So whatever is being shaken free from your life, it is so that you can be more yourself and in alignment with what your soul came here to do or to learn. The exact square will happen 3 times, and the first time is February 17th, and both are direct and strong. And when you have 3 hits of a planet, it's kind of like, the first time is like, oh, there's a spaceship on my lawn. And then the second one is like, oh, I really should do something about that spaceship there. And then the third one is like, yeah, I kind of understand what I'm supposed to do with this spaceship, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks. I'm just going to integrate it into my life. So that's kind of what is going on here. The second hit of this is June 14th. Saturn will be retrograde, so that means that Uranus is going to be stronger, and that shakes up future, or that shakes up foundations. And then we have the last hit, which is December 24th. Saturn is going to be going direct, and Uranus is retro. So Saturn is going to be stronger here, and it's going to be you focusing on the new structures that you've put into place and building on that now, because you had to understand the spaceship and integrate that into your life. Okay, let's talk about it in your chart. Hello Capricorn. So this week we have the first of 3 squares between Saturn and Uranus happening in the second house for you. So Saturn's asking you how you're going to be responsible with money, how you're going to be responsible with what you earn, the material items that you possess, what you value, and your self-worth. So what's being shaken up is the 5th house, which is romance, creativity, and children. So, Uranus is shaking the foundations there, and what are you going to How are you going to be more authentic? Where is this revolution happening for you? You have an old way of earning money, or you have an old way of, your self-worth, or an old way of what you value. And Uranus is saying, okay, we're going to shake that up. What do we value in romantic partnerships now? What do we value? How do we value ourselves in romantic partnerships? Or, how does this, what is going to be new in that area of children, or in that area of romance or creative projects? What are you creating that is more authentically you? What is currently happening in those areas for you that's working, and what's not working? What needs to be shaken up? This could be a hobby too. Maybe you're making money from a hobby. Maybe you need to do more of that. Maybe you are, realizing your self-worth in a relationship, and that is shaking it up. Whatever this is, though, you need to trust it. You need to trust that you're going to be marching to the beat of your own drum and feel more free than you ever have before. And whatever's not working needs to go. We also have Venus squaring Mars this week on the 19th, and that is asking you to take action on your values, whether it be your own self-worth or money. If you are making money from a hobby, this would be, this might be motivation to kickstart, to make that even bigger. Or maybe in a relationship, you're taking action so that the other person sees your worth. And if they don't like it, maybe they need to go. Or maybe even, maybe you're even taking a new job and more creative projects on that are uncomfortable for you, but you're on the right path. On the 20th, we have Mercury going direct. So that'll be in the second house as well. So, self-esteem, money, values, things will start to become clearer when Mercury goes direct. Things can start functioning as normal again. So this whole money situation, this whole self-worth situation will start to seem clearer and move forward easier now. Okay, Capricorn, it'll be a great week.